The haunting hour is at hand. Ghostly haunting since time began. Raw side paranormal seeks the truth, looking for some kind of real proof. Creaky floorboards and eerie dark mist. Grab your camera and document this. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the wrong side. A slamming door causes a fright. A shadowed hand appears in sight. Grab your REM pods and your K2s, or anything else you can use. No time to run, no time to hide. We are catching all of this on the raw side. The icy air touches your neck. You feel like screaming, but you stay in check. Orbs rising up to take the magical flight. You can't believe what's happening tonight. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side. Don't run, don't try to hide. We are catching this all on the raw side.
Happy Saturday, everybody. How is everybody doing? Oh my goodness. I don't know about you guys, but I am still dying. The weather here stinks. The humidity's killing me. I'm glad you could all come and hang out with me and Wayne. But first, I want to say hello to everybody that's showed up to hang out with us. Hi, Tracy. Hello, hello. Janice and Donna. Pomp, Sir Pomp. Lovely to see you, sir. And we've got, let's see. I see Ghosts. Hi. Miss Susan's with us. I want to make sure I get everybody. Bill, the Grill King. Make sure you have a bite for me. Lovely to see everybody. Spange, how's it going? Thanks, everybody, for coming to hang out. And I want to thank everybody for helping me get to that 500 mark. Again, you guys are the best. Even though YouTube is giving me a stroke, I had 2 more subs and they took them away. They keep doing that by 2s, and I should be used to it by now. But, when you hit that 500 mark, you're like, you get nervous. So it's, YouTube needs to stop playing games. It's driving me crazy. We were a little behind because Wayne was having some technical difficulties, but we think he's got it all better. And put your hands together. Welcome, Sir Wayne. Hello, Sir Wayne. How are you?
Hello, Laura. How are you?
I'm surviving today. Put it that way.
Good. Yeah, I'm all well. You're looking really dashing today.
Oh, yeah. It's you're still kind of like choppy. So I don't know. We're just gonna have to deal with it because it's the same. A little choppy when your audio.
Oh yeah. Give us 5 minutes, and what I'll do is I'll log into another account. Log into my account via another phone. Then.
Oh, see, it's hard for me to understand what you're saying. Hey,
Okay,
Roger, how's it going?
Yeah. I'll come back in 5.
Okay, he's gonna be back, guys. Okay, Wayne. Yeah, he's gonna try to fix that, guys, because we won't be able to understand what he's saying. It's that echoey thing. Sounds like you're coming through a broken robot. Yeah. And he's like tried 3-4 times to fix it up. So they're gonna mess around with it and and see what they can do. How's it going, Wiz? I'll tell you what kind of day it was, guys. I'm drinking. That's what kind of a day it was. I went out filming this morning to get you guys some fun content because there was something going on here locally and I wanted to catch it. It's something different that we don't normally have in this area. So I went out and between all the walking and the weather, it just beat me up. So, hey, Steve, how's it going? Why isn't Wayne at the Sabbath farewell concert? I have no idea. We'll have to ask him when he comes back in. Hopefully they can fix the audio and so everybody can hear what he's got to say. Spange, hello. So yeah, it was a beautiful day, but between the humidity and the high temps and where I went, it was all sun. So it really beat me up pretty bad, but I did it. I got some footage that I got to put together and hopefully you guys will enjoy it. It was a really cool event. And I can't wait to share it with everybody. Hello, James. How are you? And there's Jonathan. How's it going? I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. For those of you guys who celebrate the 4th, I hope you enjoyed it. Hello, Miss Carla. I love fireworks. I look forward to fireworks. But when it gets to be 1:30 in the morning and you want to go to sleep and the neighbor keeps blowing off loud fireworks, I really wanted to yell out the window, tell him to knock it off, but I didn't. I was good. Let's see. Spain says she was going to buy a ticket and watch Sabbath online. Got distracted and forgot. Metallica are on too. Oh, wow. Wow. Yeah, I love Metallica. They're good. So yeah, the fireworks celebrations were nice, but at 1:30 in the morning, poor Carla said that they had him going off till 4 or 4:30, something like that. I mean, yeah, that is just, come on, guys, cut it off. So yeah, it was that kind of day. So yeah, I'm hitting the bottle today. Hi, Cree. How are you feeling, sweetie? I hope you're feeling well. I understand what you're talking about, the cough. Last time I got sick, we had head colds, and the cough lasted forever. Forever. So it sucks that the online stream is 2 hours behind. Oh, bummer. Let's see. Susan's, my cats freaked out. It was their first fire. Oh, they must have been scared to death. Laura, can you please send me? Yes, I will, Wayne. I will send it again. Hold on, guys, so I can resend the link to Wayne so that he can get back in here. You got to love it. Technical difficulties, no matter who you are, what you're doing, technology always has to put a monkey wrench in the works. And Wayne, I had sent it to you, sir. So hopefully this will be better. Yes, yeah, 4:30 in the morning. Girl, I'm telling you, if it was me, I would have lost it. I have a tendency when, something like that is going on for hours and hours and hours, and you're trying to go to sleep, and especially if you got to work the next day, I have a tendency to scream out the window. It's usually not very nice, but, you got your limit. I started chewing on furniture and howling. Oh, hey, James, what you do at your house is your business, Oh, the link in chat. Oh, okay. Let's see if that helps you. Let's see if that works. Yeah, because I sent it to you in the messenger, so maybe that didn't work. There it is, Sir Wayne. I didn't know there was a full moon. That just might be his favorite pastime. Excuse me. But yeah, it was insane here. My poor dog, same thing, hates fireworks. She snuck behind. So she's trying to find the smallest spot to squeeze into. And of course, she was in the studio with me, and she got behind the desk. And then when she decided to leave, she decided to drag almost everything I had on the desk on the floor twice. Needless to say, Mommy wasn't very happy with Athena. But But yeah, don't get me wrong. And it's nice to celebrate, but the people, yeah, it's sometimes it's, there's a limit. I don't midnight. Okay, that's it. Celebration's over. It's not the 4th anymore. But they got to push it. He won't be long. Just trying to work together. Okay, Donna, that's fine. We're all right. That's usually the way it works. You're gonna do it live, and then everything hits the shit. That's just how it works. So I think we're all used to it. But yeah, then after that, yeah, she hid under our bed. So, and she didn't want to be too far. Well, there he is. Let's see if it helped. Hello, sir. Did it work?
Hello?
There it is. Now we can hear you.
Yeah, sorry about that. I had to ask you to send a link in chat due to the fact that we're using somebody else's phone and
Okay.
couldn't log on to my Facebook.
Works fine. Sounds good. Yeah, you sounded like Wiz would say you sound like you were coming out of a robot. It was kind of like a choppy, echoey sound.
Different.
So yeah, it was something different. It's technology. Everything is always just a big mess, especially when you want to go live. It always happens when you want to go live.
It's usually the case, isn't it?
So at least now we can understand you and hear you really well.
I can't understand myself half the time.
Yeah. I'm usually pretty good with any UK accent. When it comes to people from India, forget it. I cannot understand a word they say.
I know they have so many people in chat on these voicemails that are Indian as well. You ring up a company like Sky TV and it's always an Indian person that's on, or somebody that can't speak English properly.
Yes. And then you keep saying, what? I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what? You feel like an idiot.
Yeah. Pardon, what was that?
My husband had a doctor that had that accent. And we just kind of said, we're sorry, but we can't understand words you're saying.
It's usually the case, and it's like, what's your name? Wayne?
Right,
Is that Fred? No, it's Wayne. Fred. Wayne. No.
Can't understand a damn thing they say. It's really bad. But most accents I pick up, but that one is just, I don't know what it is. It's just I just my ears don't register what they're saying. Apparently, I don't get it, but I don't know. So, how was your day? Was it a good day? This is the kind of day I had, Wayne.
Coffee. Yeah, mine's been good. I've been out at someone's house having a barbecue.
Nice.
Yeah, but no beer. I don't drink beer often.
Well, I don't drink that often either. But today I went out and did some filming because we had something going on here locally that I wanted to catch because it's not going to be here long. And I thought everybody would just, get the biggest kick out of it. And we lasted about an hour. And I told my husband, that's it. I can't walk anymore. We've got to leave. And
so you've been filming, have you, Laura?
I was filming, and it was scary, guys. It was scary. We feared for our lives. So there's a little little tidbit for you. So yeah, I made it back to the truck, and I said, that's it. Oh God, I got to go home. I feel like somebody hit me with the truck. So I told him I should have rented like one of those little scooter things that they have people to rent so they could drive. I probably should have got one of those. It would have lasted longer. But
I could do with one of them.
It wasn't happening. I said, that's it. We've got to go. So that's why I don't put that much content out, because when it's hot like this and I have to do a lot of walking, it doesn't happen. So that's why I love to do the cemeteries, because I enjoy the history and the cemeteries themselves, but it's cooler. And it's easier for me to walk through, and then I could take a break for a while, and so it just works out better that way for me. Anything long term, and I'm shot.
Yeah, cemeteries can be really chilling at times, can't they? Nice place to actually relax and take in things. I can understand why Carla worked there.
Definitely, yes, she did. Yeah, she got some good stuff the other day. Actually, I just contacted Carla because where she is, she's got that ghost town, and I had her send me the name of it because I want to put a story in the magazine about where that ghost town is and the experiences there. Because I figured everybody's seen it, through Carla's videos, so I thought it would be great for them to read the history and and the backstory on the whole place, so that now you've got a full picture, with Carla's video and then the story in the magazine.
Yeah. I wanted to watch that when she put the premiere out. Unfortunately, I never got a chance to watch it in time, but I definitely will be watching that.
Yes, fantastic. She does a great job. And again,
Yeah.
like, when you go certain places, stuff cuts out, no signal. And I don't know, you think this day and age, the cell phone service would be better, but it's not. And
No.
usually where you need the cell phone is where there's no signal. Because
Yeah, it's always the case. I always
Yeah.
seem to live in a blind spot to where aerials are,
Yeah.
In fact, one of the houses where I used to live, within about a space of 50 yards around the house, we couldn't get a signal. It was like, as soon as I came out at gate, I could get a full signal.
Isn't that
But-
weird?
Yeah. But
Oh, my
in the house, I couldn't get anything at all.
And see, that's weird here too, because I had my studio originally was downstairs towards the back part of the house. And that is pretty much an internet dead zone.
Yeah.
And then I had to bring it all upstairs, and where I am now, it's better. It's just, it don't make any sense. That, we can get signal in the front of our house, but not in the backyard. So it's, I don't know. It don't make any sense.
Well, we're all having building work around here at the moment that's lasting months. It seems to feel like years at the moment. And it's crazy. We have a Wi-Fi box on the outside, but because we're having insulation on the outside of the house, and then they're kind of bricking over, it's like a false brick. Rather than pulling the Wi-Fi out and putting it on the outside, they've covered over as Wi-Fi from the outside.
Oh, jeez.
Crazy.
And they're supposed to know what they're doing, right?
Oh yeah, these are people who know what they're doing.
I think they're all full of shit. Is what I think.
No, I don't think that. I know they are.
No, that's good. Oh, geez. Why don't we get a little more backstory on Sir Wayne, seeing that we have you on here? I mean, we've had you on before, and we loved it, and I'm glad you were able to join us again.
Sorry, you said backstory.
Right.
I can't see me back. I can't see me back.
All right, that's all right. Just believe me. Just believe what I'm saying. That's all. Take my word for it.
Okay.
We know that you are a wonderful supporter of everybody's channels. Always willing to help, always willing to come on, and do live programming. You promote and everything. And I think it's wonderful. What brought you to be a part of, because with all of the communities that are on YouTube, what brought you to be a part of the paranormal community?
What brought me to be a part of this paranormal community? It was years ago. Well, I'll say about 7 or 8 years ago. I used to watch a lot of programs on YouTube, such as Slap Tam and all these top 5 channels and all that. And quite frankly, I wasn't getting any thrill out of them. And then I just started realizing that some of these programs had been debunked, and I watched an odd debunker. I think I watched some guy in a suit. I can't remember his name. I don't know, Captain Chaos or something, but he was a weird guy. And I just thought to myself, I wonder if there's any other debunking channels. And then I think I came across Shape. I think, the first debunker I watched. And then I watched a couple of Beardo's channels. And then after watching Beardo's channel, they started talking about Casper Site. And then I was like, oh, what we're talking about, Ben, I wasn't exactly agreeing with. And then I went back and forward between the videos of Ben and watching Beardo as well. And I thought to myself, actually, Beardo's got a point. He's right in what he's saying, you know what I mean? So rather than being stuck up my own ass, pardon me French, I thought to myself, that's good. So I started watching Beardo and then started discovering various other channels such as Ouija Brothers and various other channels through Beardo, and basically just finding out some myself, and then you get to meet people in chat, talk between everyone, you know what I mean? And it's a good bunch of people that we have watching all these paranormal programs, so you just kind of get to know one and get to find out more programs that way and get involved and listen to people's paranormal experiences and such.
Right. Wonderful, wonderful. I think Roger wants to know, do you mean his Ouija board story from Justin's tea party? Is that for Wayne?
Is that the Ouija board story that I mentioned about in there? Yeah,
Oh, I
yeah.
can't know
Sorry, I've just got a bit of background interference at the moment, haven't I, ladies?
Sorry.
That's okay. Yeah, I'll go into that story, but I'll try to go into it as much detail as possible. It all started when a friend of ours mentioned that his house might have been haunted, or should I say, his flat might have been haunted. So there were 4 of us in total. We kind of agreed to go around there and experiment by using a Ouija board.
Okay.
So we went round to his house. We were a bit, well, 3 of us that went round to his house were a bit skeptical about it, myself included. And so we decided to experiment with this Ouija board. So we went upstairs and we got the Ouija board out. We used an upside glass as a planchette. And we started asking questions around who do you reside here? You know, all the usual questions and so forth. And it just started spelling words out. But me and a couple of my mates were like looking at each other. It's like, are we sure this is moving on its own here? Because every now and again, me and my mate just glanced at each other and we noticed that we were just taking his fingers off of the glass ever so slightly, as though to say, it's not us touching this or moving this or pulling or pushing this. And we just kept on looking at each other around the Ouija board and got the impression that the mate's house who told us it might have been haunted or had an idea it was haunted, we thought it might have been in pulling the glass around. But partway through the actual Ouija board experiences itself, the glass actually tipped over.
Oh.
And that precise moment, the glass tipped over, an electric blue flash of light actually came from the bottom of the glass. It was like lightning, and all I can class it as like an electric blue lightning flash of lightning that actually came out from the bottom of the glass. And as soon as that happened, I looked over at the back of the settee and it looked like somebody had dashed from the living room door, or should I say the entrance to his apartment, and dashed behind the settees and ran into the actual kitchen wearing like an old trilby hat. So what I can only class as a shadow figure wearing a trilby hat ran into the actual kitchen.
Wow.
The thing is, that night it all happened, we never actually said anything to each other at the time. I ended up going back home thinking about what I'd seen, what had happened, and going round to my mate that we had a link with, that we had that connection. We knew each other, wasn't trying to fake anything, and we discussed what happened. So then we got a third mate involved, who again once wasn't his house, and we all had the little sort of stories that interlinked between what we all said, and it was all correct. And the fact is, we couldn't debunk it. For example, the shadow that I saw, there's no way it could have been from a light out source because he was in an upstairs flat. You know, so if it had been a car driving past, there's no way that it'd have actually had the light shining behind the back of the settee, for example. So we've tried to debunk it as best we could, but we just couldn't get anywhere. But that has just kind of been in my mind ever since, you know. And after going through that experience, talking to his friends afterwards, it's just baffled us, you know. If someone were faking it, but obviously they can't fake that blue flash of light, you know, or the shadow person, you know. So that was a really strange and weird experience that I went through.
And you guys never like went back and tried it again to see what would happen again?
No, we haven't. We never did after that. I think my mate's house, whose house it was, I think he was actually afraid to do it again. To be honest, I think he was wanting to get out of there as soon as possible.
He was very afraid to go to sleep that night.
Definitely. Yeah, but after coming together afterwards and discussing what we'd seen and just fitting it all in, it was just weird. It was just something out of the unordinary.
Right. Well, because
Oh,
mostly everybody's going to
yeah,
think, well, this isn't real. And it's just, but when I've had, worked with Ouija boards for nothing's ever really happened. Just the general stupid questions and you get, the quick answer. But anything like that, no, never. So that's where you kind of question, okay, is this for real? Or because how do you explain that light? That flash of light or whatever. That's actually a good question to present to Kenny Biddle and see what his response would be for the reason for the little flash of light in the glass.
yeah, it could be, but like Kenny says, you can never actually debunk anything like that, especially when you're not there to witness it yourself, or
Right.
there's no video record of it happening, so you can't see it, and so on. You can just put it down as your own experience.
Oh yeah, pretty much. Or you could probably, knowing Kenny, he would probably connect it to like static electricity,
Yeah,
which it could have been.
yeah, that's it. But I have been into the paranormal for years, ever since of Most Haunted, and even before that, when the notorious documentary Ghost Watch were on, the one about the fake hauntings, and
Right.
the document where the young lad later on unalived himself. So unfortunately, but yeah, that was actually terrifying to watch back then, as there were no live shows back then that did anything like that. So it was a one-off. I don't think anyone's done anything like it since either.
Oh, let's see. James is loving the books and the records there you've got in the background.
Yeah, which James is that? Is that James?
James.
I don't, James. Yeah, all heavy metal.
All right. And Carla also has a question, which I was waiting to present to you because I wasn't sure if you wanted to share your news. She wanted to know if you had plans on starting your own channel.
My own channel. Not my own channel, no. But I do know someone who is definitely starting a channel. 100%. It's in the making already.
Ah, so sorry, no Wayne's World.
No Wayne's World, but maybe a Crystal's channel.
I guess you're gonna have to wait and see.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of making a channel of my own, in music and recommended records and CDs and bands and various things like that. But I tried to figure out a way to do it. But there's so many channels and so many people doing reaction to music and so many people doing various album reviews and things like that, that I just found it a little bit difficult for me to fit into that category. I mean, music has always been my main thing, and it's always something that I always turn to, you know what I mean, is music, and in particular heavy metal, heavy rock. It's something that just makes me feel alive all the time. It's something I've always been a part of, whether it been performing, playing, gigging, roading, going to concerts, the lot,
Wonderful.
it's
Yeah,
something that's always
I know how you
been.
feel. Yeah, it kind of like replenishes your soul.
Yeah, sorry, am I okay to smoke?
No, you go ahead. You want.
Okay, sorry about that.
As long as you ain't streaking through there naked, I think we're all good. Now that yes, I'm qualified for monetization, and I'm going through the process right now. So after that, I'm gonna have to be careful with pretty much what I say, probably.
Oh, yeah, that's okay. If you want me to streak, I will do.
Yeah,
I mean,
right. And then we'll be reliving the poor Sarah debacle where she was monetized and they took it from her.
Yeah.
YouTube is just so touchy. You just really got to watch it. Yeah, James, you never know when I'm going to put somebody's comment up. So,
Yeah, sorry, I can't read people's chat at the moment, so I just have to
yeah,
go
he
by
says
what Laura says. So, hi everybody. Sorry, I've been a bit rude or ignorant.
it's all right. You can't see it. They would just, he's hi, everybody works.
Yeah, but I mean, even if you're getting a depressed state, for example, feeling sad and down, just put music on. It
Right.
works wonders.
Sure. It brings you out of it. Even if like you need, you're feeling nervous or, on edge, and then, just play a few songs and it helps, it brings you down, calms you,
Yeah,
gets you where you're feeling good. And, because I do that before, even though I don't get nervous, I just feel like, I don't know, it just makes me feel better before I start a show. I'm listening to music.
yeah,
And it just gets me, ramped up and ready to roll for the live program. It's
yeah. I love discovering new bands and new types of music and new types of metal. For example, like a band called The Who that I think a few people have probably heard of, spelt HU. A group called Myrath and various other bands that are like from foreign countries releasing their own style of heavy metal.
right.
So it's just something I love to do is search through various channels and music styles and finding out new releases and new types of music.
Nice. So that'd be something to look forward to. Hello, Miss Raven. How are you? Ken
Oh,
says, yeah, I
Raven.
spin records every day. Yeah, yeah. Music, yeah, is a part of my life every day as well. And I'm sure it is of Wayne's. It's
Yeah,
just
I believe
I don't
you
know.
like some rock and heavy metal, don't you, Laura?
Oh, yes, I do. I seen you rocking away when I was playing my intro. I love my intro. Thanks, Bill.
Yeah, that was really good. That actually.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, good intro music.
Hello, Sam. How are you? Thanks for joining us. Yeah, I
Hi,
just
Bill.
listen to it. Same thing like with the one that we use for Sunday for Chick Chat, me and Carla. Carla did that one. It's just, I don't know, it just makes you want to bounce around. It's good. It's a good feeling kind of music.
Yeah. Oh, Bill. By the way, I know mentioned a few months ago about taking some photographs and sending to you. Sorry, I haven't done that, but I'm definitely still going to do it for you. Sorry about that, Bill. It's probably
What's going
forgotten
on
anyway.
there, guys? No.
It's still up here. I might not have any hair on top, but I've still got something inside.
Oh, geez. Oh, Raven just woke up. Good for you. I know I was, after today, I had to lay down just for a little bit and I set an alarm. Make sure I was up in time for the show.
Raven,
I was
wake
totally,
up!
totally wrecked. Yeah,
Sorry.
that's right. Wake up. She's got to wake up, get herself going. Bill says, sounds good. Bill's grilling. He's making dinner for everybody.
Oh. Yeah,
Anyway,
what's he grilling?
he said he's making ribs.
Oh.
They didn't get to have their barbecue yesterday because of some family events, so they're doing it today. So I'll just have to make sure I show up, Bill. I'll bring my fork and my napkin
Yeah.
because it's just too hot. I didn't make anything for dinner, so it's fend for yourself night.
No, I've just drank plenty of fluids today and had the barbecue. Just chilled out.
We usually do barbecues during the fourth weekend, and I mean, actually, we normally go away, but we didn't go away this weekend. I just didn't feel like loading all this stuff up and taking off, and I just didn't have the energy, to be honest.
Mm.
So no big deal. There's more weekends where we can go away.
Yeah, I used to wake up and virtually 3-4 times a week we were making barbecues. Not here. I'm talking about previously with my old relationship and so on. And it used to have a big back garden. I used to just wake up, barbecue out in the back garden, and chicken on, burgers on, and off
Yeah,
and away every day.
that's when it's nice. But the last couple of summers have been brutal. And this one's terrible. You can't even get out and do anything. And then when you can, the mosquitoes are horrendous.
Yeah. I mean, it's been raining all night where I've been living, and it's rained part of the morning as well. But through the day, it's been lovely here.
Oh, it wasn't supposed to get that hot today, and it was over 80. And I'm like, well, as like I said, because I normally wouldn't have gone out, but I'm like, no, I want to go out there and film this thing, and of course, I have to put it all together. That should be fun. Don't expect too much, guys. Just enjoy
What have you been?
the pictures.
I want to see what you've been filming, Carla.
Oh, my editing skills are just zero. But I didn't want to miss out on this because it was great. And so I think you guys are going to get a kick out of it. Hey, Al, how's it going? Remember, guys, if you've got any questions for Wayne, just kick them out there and I will read them to him.
Yeah, I want challenging, ladies and gentlemen.
Just get some, he wants some challenging questions. Get some good ones out there. That's what we've got, the good ones. Oh, my goodness. So, and then also don't forget, guys, we're doing the big, the Witches of the Paranormal tomorrow. That's going to be fun. We've got a surprise person that's going to join me, Carla, and Susan. And so you guys are going to have to tune in for that. Let's see what's everybody saying. Carla's saying dang fireworks tonight. Oh, yeah, they're going to be doing fireworks again. We'll be having fireworks for like the next week or two. I guarantee it.
Yeah.
Got one really big one that my son left behind, and I hid it because he put it in front of the computer so my husband would see it. I'm like, oh, no.
Oh, no.
That thing, it's really loud, and I didn't want it to be blown off, so I took it and I hid it. Wait till he finds that one out.
Yeah, I have to be responsible with fireworks these days, especially as a parent,
Jeez. Well, I know my son got it probably with my father. It's probably really old, but it's like one of those, I don't know what the hell they call them, quarter sticks or whatever. And I know it's really loud, and I don't want them setting that off. So I
used to be a little bit naughty. I used to be rather naughty as a kid with fireworks.
Yeah, we were too.
What I used to do is go to various takeaways and stick rockets through the actual letterbox and fire them into takeaways.
Yeah, we did stuff like that too.
Yeah, until one day when someone came out and chased us with an axe.
Oh,
that's it. Never again.
Nice, with an axe. They figure, well, I'll take care of those little bastards.
Yeah.
Janice wants to know, Wayne, what is on your bucket list?
On my bucket list? Sleep. Cheek. On my bucket list, there's loads to do on my bucket list, to be fair, but I'd never get round to be able to achieve anything on there. Like traveling to New Zealand, I'd love to go to New Zealand.
Nice.
I'd love to visit the Winchester House, which should be up there as well. Go to the pyramids. As well as them other pyramids. I forget where they are now. Is it them Aztec pyramids? I forget where they are. They Fiji now, I think. Is it?
In Peru.
Is it Peru? That's it. I wasn't 100% certain where they were, but I'd like to go see some of them. Just to, go there, view for myself and soak it all in. But bucket list, I'm just happy to be doing what I'm doing every day, just being myself and just have fun day by day,
Let's see. What is he? He goes, Wayne, finished the rhyme. There was there was a young gal from Nantucket. James. We know that one.
Is she? Who walks around with a hole in a bucket?
Oh, jeez.
She put it on her head. She put it on her head and went to bed. And in the morning, she tried to. Yeah, well, I'll stop it there.
Yeah, we'll stop it there. We know it. But yeah, I think everybody's got some kind of a bucket list, and I'm like you. There's so many places I'd like to go, but yeah, the traveling is what pretty much ends it. Yeah,
it buggers me up. Does that traveling, especially not having a passport, no transport, and
right.
The expenses. It's just rather costly. I mean, a lot of people don't know that, unfortunately, I'm not able to drive or anything due to me. Due to my tablets I'm taking for my health problems. I tend to black out quite often, and a lot of people don't realise. And I've got various other ailments and injuries and so on. A lot of it's been picked up from me my weightlifting days and me rugby playing days that caused myself a lot of injuries. You know,
Yeah, it's just a shame that we didn't notice that when we were kids. Because
yeah. Thing is, it has an effect on your body, doesn't it, when you get older as well? You know.
Oh yeah.
But it's just kind of dragged me down. But I always keep on top of things and I always keep my head up above everything, you know. So rather than feeling down and sorry for myself, there's no point. Just get out, do what I want to do, you know, whether that be a little at a day or do whatever I can.
That's right. Just good positive outlook. You just do what you can and keep going.
That's it. Twist the negatives around, turn them into positives. Once you can do that, you're halfway there.
Right. You know, it's sad because there are a lot of people who just give up and just, you know, slowly, you know, waste away at home. And as long as you get up every morning, there's still a day where you can do something. Do it. Hey,
Exactly.
Lisa, how are you?
I'd never waste away with this belly anyway.
You got enough to spare, huh?
Oh yeah, plenty of spare tires.
Lisa from APRF said just popped in to say hi.
Hi,
to
Lisa.
everyone. Going to be lurking and listening bed. Okay. Would you like us to sing to you? Maybe a lullaby or something? Wayne could sing you to sleep.
Twinkles. Yeah, I'm sure I can sing it asleep.
Claire. Hi, Claire. How are you?
Oh, hi, Claire.
The lovely Claire.
Makes a change from me. Claire saying hi to me for a change.
Well, they were talking about us all on Susan's live earlier today. That Wayne's going to be on the show, so everybody pop on in. We never know what's going to be done. So, but yeah, if you want Wayne to sing to you, Lisa, just let us know.
No.
He said no.
No, I can sing badly.
A little lullaby or something, or you know.
A little lullaby. No, I can't think of any song, and I'm useless with words and lyrics.
Yes.
I'm a bit of Kiki D. I got the music in me. I got the music in me.
There you go.
Feel funky. Feel fine. Ooh. Raven's going to clip that now, aren't you?
Yeah.
No. Raven La Bamba.
Yeah.
Really?
He's supposed to sing La Bamba. Hi, Ian. How are you?
Hi, Ian. Hi, Pump. Hi, Ian. Yeah, Ian. James. Claire. Lisa. Ken.
Lisa said, nah, it's okay. Thanks anyway. I think she ran. Yeah, we scared her off. So.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, so you got busy few days this week, eh?
Well, yeah, a little bit. Just trying to keep everything rolling and going. And but I was looking forward to tonight a great deal. I'm glad you were. And I'm looking forward to tomorrow. It's going to be fun.
I'll be watching definitely.
So it's going to be fun. I mean, we're going all out tomorrow, so it'll be a big surprise. So, you know, hey, you got to make it fun, right? And, you know, what better than on Chick Chat where, you know, we talk about anything, everything, and who knows what's going to show up, somebody's going to be wearing, you don't know. So that's what I like about it.
Yeah, well, I'm wearing a vest, you know, so Bedo's not the only one.
Right. I know. I don't get that. What is the deal where somebody gets upset about what he's wearing?
I know.
They have too much time on their hands.
I know. I think people are just taking the mickey out there, really. But at the end of the day, you just wear what you want, don't you? I don't care, you know.
He gets some really strange people. they're going to complain because he's wearing, you know, a shirt. I don't know. Wiz,
It's down to
you missed it.
people's
Wayne was
preferences.
singing Lisa to sleep.
I think that'd have woken up and scared her. Never mind nodding, Donna. I'll call you out later.
I'll tell her. I'm not bothered. You'll probably end up getting slammed later. What's
Yeah, she's a bit crazy.
Oh,
That's one to know one.
Uh-huh.
aren't we all though? Aren't we all just a little bit crazy?
Yeah.
Look at pan calling kettle.
Yeah, pan calling kettle.
You have to,
Talking of kettle, love.
yeah, you know what it is.
Me cup's got an hole in it.
You're right, James. It is. People just like to make fun of somebody. They got nothing else better to do.
Yeah.
Mm.
And
But
see,
the thing is, with it,
Go
such
ahead.
a great community, though. You know, I mean, even in chat and when you're listening to people talking, I like to go onto lives, even watching premieres because you can chat. And if
Right.
anyone has a little fallout, they just all get each other and support each other. You know, oh, bad happens, they get support, and you know, basically get everyone's back. For example, with Andrew Stone Rock, you know, everybody tried to chip together and help him out the best way he can. Unfortunately, he's having a really bad time at the moment, but I'm hoping he can get himself back on his feet.
Oh, I hope so. Actually, yeah, he just posted that. Yeah, the vehicle that he has is shot.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
now he's actually got nowhere to live because he was said apparently in the post he was supposed to stay with a friend, and he was going to be able to help pay for expenses of staying there. Well, now his car is no good no more. He can't work, so now he's got nowhere to stay.
Yeah,
So
unfortunately.
I'm really concerned about him and what's going to happen. So hopefully, if anybody can help him out, guys. Every little bit, 50 cents, $1, whatever, you know, just to help him get where he's going. And the thing is, I'm thinking that, okay, if he's still staying in his vehicle and it's broke down on the side of the road, how long is it going to take before the police come along and they tow it away?
Yeah,
So you don't
exactly.
stay for so long on the side of the street and then they come and get you. Roger has a question. Wayne, how much fun was it recording those buttons for Beardo?
Yeah, quite fun. For me, it's just coming up with the ideas and trying to make something relevant to what Beardo wanted, you know. And I sent him a few suggestions, you know. I said, oh, you know, just use whichever one you wanted to, and
Right.
is, you know, recorded and played a few of them, you know. So
They were funny.
exactly.
Hi, Paul. Welcome. Hey, Phil. Also, guys, you know, if you're not subscribed, just stay tuned. Phil, he's only a little bit away from his 500 mark. Go on over there and hit that button for him.
Yeah, Phil deserves a lot more subscribers.
Let's get Phil to 500, just like you guys helped me. And then he'll freak out too when you start. You get to that mark and you're losing one or two, but
Yeah,
at least we get there. So let's get Phil to that 500 mark. Actually,
Yeah.
Phil is the one that helped me with my intro music. So he's the guy that created that.
all right, good. I was enjoying rocking out to that when it played earlier.
Yeah, beauty.
I don't often get a chance to hear it because I'm usually turning up a little bit late.
We can always play it for you. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But yeah,
I
I'm
know.
always keeping me. Sorry.
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm always keeping myself busy. Going from various chats, watching different premieres and different programs and different investigation and so forth. I love watching crime programs as well. That's interesting. A lot of the past crime stories, especially the unsolved ones.
Right. Yeah, they're really good.
Yeah.
I enjoy watching those myself. Let's see here. I'm trying to catch up with everybody. I'm behind on chat. Oh no. Let's see what's everybody saying. What's everybody saying? Okay, I think we all got caught up here. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. So yeah, if you guys ever, can think of a way to help him. I mean, he's dealing with all that craziness with that A1 guy. What are your thoughts on that guy and what's going on between him and Jake Hartz and
What's my thoughts? there's loads that goes through my head regarding that, but I think the A1 solution guy really needs to stop what he's doing and just be careful about thinking before he does something silly, because he's, well, as far as I'm concerned, he's gone overboard now, and I think it's only a matter of time now before someone comes around, knocks on his door, and takes him to court.
Exactly.
But I just think it's just ridiculous and way out of well, just completely gone overboard for something that irrelevant that started off from Jordan unsubscribing.
Yeah, it's crazy, but then it makes you worry. And now
Yeah.
a taste of like what Beardo goes through. When you're a debunker, you go through that crazy kind of garbage, but this guy's really got some bolts loose. He just won't let up. And I agree, James. Yeah, justice will come sooner or later.
Yeah, let's hope so. I mean, he's vile, he's foul-mouthed. He just rants and raves and never comes out or shows any proof whatsoever, even though he claims he's got a load of evidence. But, you've seen all evidence from Jordan and Andrew anyway, so good on them, and great for Andrew to stick by Jordan and support Jordan in this, So I think that's been a real great thing for Jordan to have Andrew by his side.
Right. And yes, Phil says, I don't know why they gave A1 any attention. He wasn't relevant until they made him relevant. Yeah, I think we just need to stop feeding the flame. And maybe he'll go away. Who knows? But I'm glad that, he's gotten to the point where he's, threatened them with physical violence. So just turn it all to the police.
Yeah, exactly.
That's about it. Hey, Jethro, welcome.
Hi, Jethro.
Oh, you can't stay and visit with us, Jethro? That's okay. I'm glad you stopped in to say hello.
Hi, Susan.
Miss Susan.
And Wisdom, yeah. So every now and again, I'll just see some names going up and down on the screen. Yeah.
Miss Susan's got a great mini-series that she had put out the first episode last week. I hope you guys got a chance to see it. It's really cool. Check it out when you get a chance.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to Ross as well as to Susan.
Yes, please.
Hit that like button, whichever side it's on.
Keep me going. It is that people don't realize how hard this is. When you start this off, you're thinking, we'll just do a channel and who gives a crap of what happens. But you do get caught up in all of it. And it's a lot of work. No matter what your channel is about, and you have a passion for what you're doing, it's a lot of work to keep pumping out the content and following the rules, and getting people to like what you got going on. And, and you get really depressed when, like I said, you get the subs and you're all excited. And it got to be where when I got to the 500 mark, I'm thinking, okay, I'm not going to get excited because it's not going to be that way tomorrow. I'm going to lose by 3 or 4. And I didn't, it stayed. So then I let myself get excited.
Yeah, there'll be loads of days where you won't want to come on neither as well. I bet you probably feel really sluggish and not want to come on, and then as soon as you start playing and recording, then that's it. You beat
yourself up, and everybody does it who has a channel, because they're like, "What did I do wrong? What's going on?" And we're not doing anything wrong. We're just, if people are going to like us, they're going to stay. They're going to keep coming back. And also, YouTube likes to play a game. I don't know what it is. They unsubscribe people, or you're losing subscriptions. Then you get more, and then they lose them again. And how many times I'm thinking I'm subscribed to somebody that I know in chat or whatever, and I'm thinking, why aren't I getting notifications? And then next thing you know, I go to look. It's because they took me out of there, and I'm thinking,
yeah.
So yeah, it's just a game that is built to drive you insane, apparently. And it works.
That's it. I mean, I was searching through some channels the other day, and I thought, this fella hasn't been on in a while. I haven't seen anything advertised by him, and typed in his name personally. and then went to his channel, and then I realised I wasn't subscribed from him. I'm like, that's strange.
Right. And here all this time you're thinking, I know I hit that button. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, exactly. You know, especially when he
Yes.
used to come under my subscriptions. You know, you got the buttons. You can have subscribed channels showing up and
Yeah.
go through them. And I had him on that at one point, and then it's unsubscribed me.
Stuff's missing. Paul, yes, I noticed that. I'm watching somebody's live. And then the next thing you know, a commercial pops up. I'm like, what is this crap? So I did notice they're doing that now, right in the middle of somebody's live, and then a commercial will pop up. So is that what happens when you become monetized? Then, you know, you're doing a show, and the next thing you know, you got a commercial for, you know, athlete's foot cream. I don't know. It all goes with the game.
Cream, yeah.
Yeah.
Vagisil.
Yeah, Vagisil.
Hi, Paul.
Oh, man. So yeah, it's, I don't know. We're looking for you and Claire. When are you guys going live again? We're missing your guys. I mean, I know everybody needs a break, but you know, after a while, we start missing everybody. I'm in the attic until everyone leaves. James. James. It's hot to be in an attic. Holy crap. Let's see. If monetized live, we'll have ads unless you use Brave browser. Oh, okay. Good tip. There's so much to learn. There really is. Just like the other day, I watched a video. It was discussing how you're losing subs or why you're unsubbed. It's because of the bots thinking that you're a bot. And they bump you off by using certain things like too many hashtags in your comments. Just or you know, when you have like a bunch of people that show up in a chat all at once, then they think something's fishy and they start bumping people out, and it's really strange.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I was watching Two play earlier live, and he said that he's a member of his own stream, so it's costing him money to be a member of his own stream. Jamie.
Actually, I missed that too because I was out filming. So yeah, I'm gonna have to catch the replay.
Oh yeah, it's funny.
Bill says bots. Oop, did I do the right one? Bots looking for bots, but kick real people. Yeah, I know. I don't get it. And you know what? It's gonna make your brain explode if you try to figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, like what they did to Sarah, and they took her monetization away. She don't even know why. And she questioned it and never heard back. She never found out why they gave her the boot, and she had to wait 3 months.
So they never even give her any information about it. Oh, no warning or something like that.
They just took it away from her, and she was assuming maybe it had to do with that little bit of AI stuff she was using, but it wasn't a lot.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so when she changed it all up, and she still, they never, you know, when you dispute it, you don't win. You just gotta ride it out.
Yeah.
Sam says, I lost a couple of views on the video last week. Didn't know that was a thing. Yes. Apparently, when you get to a certain point, I believe Carla was explaining this to me. When you get to your 1 year mark and you don't have continued views building up, they start taking views away from you, apparently. Which that stuff's not fair.
No. No, that's
see, there we go. Paul just said it. That they haven't uploaded for a bit and they've lost about 500 watch hours. That is insane.
Billy's great. He's I mean, I don't have a card. I don't have any ideas or any clues half the time what Bill's doing in his programs, but he's absolutely fantastic. Is Bill, and unfortunately, I just wish I were really into a car so I could watch Bill more often. You know,
right.
But Bill is absolutely fantastic. He's a great person. Keep it up, Bill. So just get them thumbs up.
All right. Philip says that they don't take it away unless it's sus. Apparently, all right, somebody got audited. All right, so maybe, all right. That's just, I don't know. There's just so many things, and we really don't know it unless, it happens to us and then we investigate it. Otherwise, you're spending God knows how many hours reading or watching video to understand the ins and outs.
Yeah.
So Phil said, yeah, I had only 100 views taken because they thought it was bots. Oh my God. I see what I'm saying. That's why you just, and it's hard because don't look at the numbers. Don't look at them. You have to look at the numbers. You're going to eventually have to look at the numbers just so you know what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're supposed to do. That's the bad part. Oh, she says, Carla says you also have to have at least uploaded 3 videos within 90 days. And she says the views have to be within 365 to count towards monetization. Yeah, everybody's got to start watching Carla's videos because she doesn't have watch hours yet. Yeah, so just like, if you don't have time to watch them, just turn them on and let them run. She's busting her hump trying to get there like the rest of us.
Yeah.
When I don't have time, like a lot of times I don't have time to watch something, I'll just leave it going on my phone. And I go about doing what I'm doing and I just let it run. And then I go back later and then I actually watch it. So you're getting the double. She says that's because I didn't do lives. Well, see, now that you do Sundays with me, it should build right up really fast. Same for Susan. Please watch her channel. Yes, Susan needs the same thing. They're down to, they have the numbers as far as subs. They just need the watch hours.
Yeah. When I'm watching you, Susan and Carla, I always tend to nip between channels to say hi to everyone and try to keep put a like on the streams and so forth to give them a bit more, what's that algorithm as they call it? Just to try and give them a little bit of a boost.
And we appreciate it. That's what I'm saying. You're so involved with the community and all of this. And now that, wait, Wayne, you wait till Crystal starts up her channel.
Oh, yeah, I'm dreading it.
Will begin.
I'm sure Crystal will love it, though.
Right. No, that's true. You don't have to do the lives, Phil, but it does help because I have more lives than I do as far as investigation videos. I have a little tidbit here and there, but mine is mostly lives. Also, shorts. I only got a few shorts because I always forget about the shorts. So I got my time on the live programming, which is awesome.
I don't know what Crystal will be doing. I'll leave it to her devices for her to do whatever she needs to. But that's a sister. That's my sister. That's sisters for you,
There's just so much. So just start. How about this? Just start reading now, Wayne.
Yeah.
Start reading now. Start watching videos now, so that when everything is ready to roll. You know what you got to do. The lives, really, I think the lives is the easiest way to do it. I get it, Carly. She says she's starting to get angry because you're busting your hump to get out there and get it done, and it's just not. It's the views. You've got to get it. Like with Carla was brilliant. The other day we were talking about subtitles. I think I never even thought about that. Putting the videos in different languages. So it was like, holy crap! Yeah, we need to look into that. It's not that easy.
Yeah, they're doing that on bigger channels, aren't they? Like subtitles on different languages and various things.
And I never really dawned on me because I watch a lot of videos that I have to read the subtitles because they're in different languages, and it never clicked. Like, hello, dummy, put subtitles on yours.
Yeah. I don't know. Have you ever seen these foreign films? Sometimes you're watching the subtitles that actually come with the DVD, and then you'll put subtitles of the DVD on itself, and they'll be coming out with 2 different sentences.
Right.
Like, What? You don't know which ones to watch because they're both
there's
saying,
UFO.
yeah, they're both saying the same things but differently.
Well, it does make you laugh because I watch a lot of stuff and it's all done in Vietnamese. And then when they do translating it, some of it's like so wrong.
Yeah.
And I'll start laughing. That's part of the charm of watching it, but it's really funny. Was that a ghost that flew by your head, Wayne? Or you in
It might have
trouble?
been. This place is haunted, you know, especially when Crystal's around. You know,
She's
things
throwing
start flying
underwear?
all over the place. There's no faking when she comes on.
Right. Let's see. So she said that
Yeah,
the
but
language has helped a ton. So I got to figure that out too. Then I guess just something else.
yeah. But yeah, something did fly by, didn't it?
She was launching stuff at your head.
Always do. I get bombarded by both ladies, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, just it's hard being the only stud in the house.
Stud. Yeah, press stud.
Oh jeez, let's see.
Yeah, I was watching a paranormal channel the other day, and now I can't remember which paranormal channel it was, but it was some kind of investigation that caught my attention due to its thumbnail and clickbait with title saying it's real evidence caught on camera, an abandoned castle, an abandoned abbey. So I thought, oh, that's rather intrigued me, and I put it on, and I just, any of the evidence that they showed, there was nothing there at all, and they were just making everything out to be all paranormal. And I mean, I'm no debunker, but some of the sounds to me sounded like distant cars on motorways, freeways and things like that. And they didn't sound paranormal or even see anything paranormal. They
right.
claimed to have shown a shadow person or something, but I couldn't even see anything. And to me, it just looked like lights reflecting, so it just a load of rubbish. And the guy walking around with this type of spirit box I've never come across before, because it was like a handheld one.
Right.
And he was doing naught but pressing the buttons on it all the time. So it was like he's manually trying to tune into channels. But at some point in the video, I'd swear I could hear guitar playing, it's like, so it just didn't sound right at all. And with him just skipping through it, we were like he was just trying to make something out of nothing, really, and
Right.
it was just a load of rubbish.
Well, see, that's the beauty of it, because you've watched what the debunkers have done, and even with your own common sense, now when you see these things, you're like,
yeah,
hey, that ain't right. Something's up with that.
Yeah. I mean, the B-roll were fantastic. They had some good videos. When I say videos, the clips from the actual place itself,
Right.
and backstories and so forth. And it was really good that way, But a lot of what they were playing, they were it's like, to me, they were trying to say that what I thought was car engines in the background as speeding cars. To me, they were trying to claim there was harmonic singing. I didn't hear any of that at all.
So, well, and I always tell everybody, if you're going to use the gadgets, go ahead. Try. I mean, it's all part of the experiment, but don't base your whole investigation on that, because it's usually wrong. Hi, Sky. Welcome, sweetie. And then Paul says, that they used to use the Ghost Tube app, but now they don't use any devices.
Yeah.
So I think it's just personal preference.
That's all natural, and that's what I like to see. And it's like I like to watch Paul and Claire, and especially when they're doing like outside ruins and things like that. I love all that sort of stuff, and I love to watch exploring videos of abandoned places. But I'm not a lover of doing haunted investigations in abandoned houses.
Right.
I'd rather watch investigations of houses or mansions of buildings that's actually been that's got a reputation for being haunted, if that makes sense.
Right. Yeah, I like it when they do that, when they go to they do the outside
Yeah,
investigations, because they go to some great places, some places I'm
yeah,
never able to go to. So I'm kind of like living through their experience, and I love it.
yeah,
But yeah, it's, I get it. Everybody needs a break. And so you take your break. And like I said, today I was only out for an hour, and that sun kicked my ass, and I only got I was dying, guys. But I did it. Now I just got to put it together, which that should be God knows how long. But I'm gonna try to do it quick, get it together, and put it out so you guys can see what I did today.
us British always complain about the weather, whether it's wet, windy, or sunny. It don't matter what the weather's like. We always complain. We're never happy, us Brits.
Well, it was this what was going on here. It was either pouring rain or it was almost 100 degrees. And I'm not going to go out in the rain and hang out in a cemetery,
Yeah,
And then when it's 100 degrees, you're in, wooded area, and the mosquitoes eat me alive. So yeah, I'm trying to wait for an in between, and we're not getting it this year. It's either pouring rain or it's so hot you can't even stand it.
yeah,
So that's Mother Nature. So I got to wait and just either wait until, almost dusk and then go out, or I'm going to have to wait until autumn gets here and then go out and do a bunch of stuff. So it's more tolerable.
yeah.
Here's my luck. We'll end up with, in early winter, and we'll get buried in snow. Then I'm
Yeah,
just
just imagine your head popping out of snow.
yeah, you never. And I always heard, in England, you never see any sunlight in England. It's always raining.
Yeah, most of the time, that's it. It's always raining.
But I mean, you guys are that's what you're used to.
Yeah, I suppose at least we get the benefit of all weathers.
I seen an interview once where it was with Gene Simmons from Kiss. And
Yeah.
this is when his son was younger, and his son was saying how he was going to move to the UK. And Gene Simmons told him, "Well, don't plan on seeing his son ever again." I'm thinking, come on, it can't be that bad.
Oh, Gene Simmons is so full of himself.
And they must have some kind of sunshine over there.
Yeah, usually out of his backside. He's quite a character, and it's always business for him is his music. It used to be all about the music, and his when they first came out, all about their image, but now it's just all about business.
Sure. He's a brilliant businessman.
Yeah,
and that
definitely.
whole band was a business deal. And because
Yeah.
I Kiss was okay. I don't beat me up for this, guys, but I don't think they were that talented. I think
No.
it was just a gimmick. They went with it and they made a fortune off of it because Gene Simmons is a brilliant businessman.
Yeah,
gotta give it to
definitely.
him. And I think it killed him when they took the makeup off. They should have left the makeup on.
Yeah.
But as far as pure talent against any other band of that time, I mean, they hit it just right at the right time.
Yeah.
You gotta give
I
them
think,
that.
I think they've wrote and played some really fantastic songs, though, music. So I think they've got some good lyric writing skills to the names, Some of my favourite songs of Kiss is Lick It Up, Creatures of the Night, Reason to Live. What else? Oh, I Was Made for Loving You. Yeah.
Beth was a good song, and it was different
Yeah.
at that time because they were supposed to be heavy metal and rock band, and here they are singing this love ballad, which was awesome.
Exactly. I think that got to #1 in America, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh yeah.
That was sang and written by Peter Criss, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep. Roger has a question. Wayne, have you ever seen anything that you just can't explain?
Yeah, the Missus.
All right, wait. She's gonna smack him with
Hello.
something. Incoming.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry. No, she's gonna nipple twist me tonight.
Oh man.
Don't throw that at me. You'll break it.
You guys are
Oh,
going to see a frying pan coming up behind his head.
Yeah.
Oh,
Put
God.
that back down. My God.
You asked for it.
I always do. God. But yeah, going back to I've forgotten who asked the question now. Roger's question.
You wanted to know if you had ever experienced. All right, let's roll it back up. I believe it says, "Have you ever seen anything that you just can't explain?"
Yeah. I'll go back to the
Besides the
story that
missus.
I've told on a previous stream. I might have told it on this one. And it was the story that I woke up about 4 o'clock in the morning and I witnessed an apparition in the bedroom. And it was like in shape of like a monk, I'd say. I'm going that way because it looked cloaked, if you get my drift. And I found out when I spoke to my sister and our sister-in-law and told her the next morning because she was sleeping at the opposite end of the bedroom because she's staying in our house temporarily at the moment.
In my own bed.
And obviously in your own bed, But yeah, I told her and she said she got up and she woke up about that time and witnessed the same thing. Which was purely... I would have normally put it down as maybe light shining through, but the shadow itself or the figure was actually in the middle of the bedroom itself, or the apparition. And I can't explain this because the fact that we both saw it at different times. So obviously she saw it from the other side of the bedroom. That kind of proves my theory that it wasn't a shadow on the wall due to the fact that she could see it looking the opposite direction. And unknown to me, when I told this story live on either your channel or some other channel, my sister mentioned the fact that she'd actually seen this apparition, 2 weeks before or after?
2 weeks before.
2 weeks before. Said that she'd seen it 2 weeks before. Now, that I didn't know about until I'd actually told the story live on one of the streams, so that were really interesting. That's something I cannot figure out whatsoever.
Wow, that's
wild.
How
can you explain something that's in the middle of the bedroom that you both see that's not there?
Right. Good night, Sam. Thanks for hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Yeah, nice, Sam. Yeah, so that's something that I can't explain.
All right. Bill said, Wayne just wanted to say thank you for the kind words. I'm heading out, so everyone have a great night. Oh, no, Bill, you have to stay, remember?
Yeah, cheers, Bill.
Stay.
All the best, man.
Eat those ribs right there in front of the computer.
Yeah, and save some for me.
Throw them down the stairs.
Send them in the mail.
Yeah. So, oh, God. I wouldn't open that package when it got there.
No, I don't think I'd want to eat them.
It might crawl over to your mailbox on its own.
Yeah, crawl trying to get away.
Oh, jeez. Bill doing his barbecue thing. Well, how rude.
I know, not inviting us neither. Did you get an invite, Laura?
No. Yeah, where's my invite, Bill? What's up with that?
Yeah, where's Laura's invite?
Oh, that's it, man. You're going to pay for it now. I'm going to show up when you least expect it. Stare through your windows.
That sounds creepy.
Yeah. But yeah, I was going to start a channel about music, and I just didn't know if I could get into it and keep up with it at the time. But now, with this crystal thing,
your alter ego.
Yeah. I think it's something I'd enjoy to do, and it's something that I'd always be able to keep up with.
Right.
Even though music is my first love. Well, no, I don't know.
I mean,
yeah. Yeah.
It's another one of the tricks with the channels is that you gotta mix it up.
Yeah.
That's a good thing. It's a key. Because everybody's interested on music and bands and history. But mix it up, change it up a bit, because then after a while it gets a little stale. I've noticed that in the paranormal community, it's always the same stuff, the same gadgets, the same talks. So that's why I like to do the open mics and have people from chat come in, or anybody come in, and so just you get a different view from everybody, and then you can talk about anything.
Yeah, exactly. I'm surprised you hadn't had Justin on here, actually, so you could interview Justin and vice versa. That'd be a good conversation.
Actually, it's been a while. Actually, he was, I think, my third interview, Justin. That was over a year ago. So yeah, I probably should have him on again. Justin's fabulous.
All right, yeah, put him on the wanted list.
He's actually on. He's in the poll, guys. You got to go to my posts. He's winning in the polls as the sexy man of the paranormal. So you got to get your votes in for the guys and the girls. But
yeah,
he's ahead. He's looks like he's winning. Looks like he's winning. So I love it when we do those. They're so fun. And
yeah. Just before I came on, I was watching one of Bedo's videos, one that he's only just released, and basically going through all the equipment he has. I'm like, oh my god, all that just for investigating, and he's got decent quality equipment, So all these people that turn around and say that debunkers don't go out and investigate themselves, what a load of tripe,
Yeah.
They come out with some rubbish to these people that claim debunkers don't investigate.
He does. And, God bless him that he could get that, equipment, and people support him so he can get it, because it's outrageously priced. So if you are fortunate to be able to get something, get it, play with it, do what you're going to do, collect your data. But I always tell everybody the best thing is just your camera, digital recorder, and your own intuition. That's not going to fail you.
No, definitely not.
So, oh yes, Ken, I have posts on my page. It's for the magazine for August, and I do it every month. But it's the sexiest guy in the paranormal, and then there's one up for the sexiest gal. And so I let everybody vote, and then whoever wins is the one that ends up on the page. And of course, I haven't put up the moderator one yet. We do moderator of the month as well. I've got to get that one up, so everybody can pick, their mods. It gets hard because I just, who do we put up? So I like to put up the polls and let everybody vote. Hello there, Cynthia. How have you been?
Hello, Cynthia. Who's your nominees for sexiest girl?
She says, hi, everyone. No aliens have still not abducted me. I know you've just been MIA, girl. MIA. Let's see. This for July, it was Joe Vitale for the sexy man, and Stevie from Truth or Demons got the sexy gal.
Oh.
So you guys got to go check out the magazine. You'll see they're in there. And then, of course, now that Wayne or Crystal is thinking about doing her channel, we're going to put that in there as well, because I do shout outs as well.
Crystal's not sexy.
So
she's got a face like a welder's bench.
You never know. She might end up on the list.
Oh, she'll batter me if she hears me saying that.
We're going to have to put her on the list, see what kind of votes she gets. And it's going to be funny if Crystal wins. You never know. Everybody loves Crystal.
Oh, dear.
Crystal wins the sexy gal. Wayne wins the sexy guy. I mean, come on. Oh, of course, then I probably get, you guys, there's a setup.
Yeah, it must be.
Let's see. Cynthia says, I went from a cook, bartender to manager in like a month. So that means now you have no life, Cynthia, except for working there.
Yeah.
Because everybody's wondering, where's the food, Cynthia? Sky says, me, I'm the sexiest gal. Oh, of course you are. And I've got some new pictures that Sky sent me of her gangers. I'm going to add those as well. I love everybody's artwork and ideas and all that stuff in there. It's so fun. Hopefully everybody enjoys it.
Yeah, I haven't seen Cynthia for a while on YouTube. I don't know if she's done any new content recently. I used to
Yes.
watch, love watching her lives, especially with her mother.
Sure.
She was brilliant.
Watching her
Her mother was so natural.
doing her cooking thing. I've had people ask me,
Yeah.
what are you gonna do? They wanted me to do some cooking stuff. I'm like, well, I don't know. We'll see. It's a lot to set up. I don't want to. I'd have to set up all kinds of stuff in the kitchen just to get, to do that, and so we'll just let Cynthia do that. She said, yes, exactly. No life. But I get a day off in a week. Oh, there you go. And then probably the last thing she wants to do is do a cooking video.
Yeah, exactly.
So we hear you on that one.
Yeah, you got my support for that.
And we did mention that a while back on another program where we're saying people are just missing.
Yeah.
I mean, have you noticed that, Wayne? Like you were like, where's this person or where's that person?
Yeah, I haven't seen in a while. There's one or two missing, and I think I mentioned a few last time. Oh, I don't know. I haven't seen Faith Burrows in a while.
I heard
and
that Faith has left the community.
Yeah. Bless.
Her and a few other ones I heard have left. They've just walked away. But then we were questioning about Alyssa, her being missing.
Yeah.
But I heard she had a series of operations. So, and I forgot who was. I think it was Mike O. Heard from her last. I think she's doing okay, but she hasn't. She's stepped away for a little while. So
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. When you guys are in chat and you think that we don't think about you guys, we do, because we're like, where did they go? Something wrong? Or, so we are concerned when we don't see you guys.
Yeah, well, I keep on messaging Datsun now and again.
Yeah, he's gone too.
I never get any replies from him, but at least when I'm sending messages, at least he knows that I'm still texting and thinking about him,
Right.
So that's the main thing, so I'll keep sending him the odd message now and again just to check in on him, really. Even though I never get a reply, it's still the thought of that he knows that someone's still asking about him and still someone cares about him,
Yeah, because he was one of the ones on the list. Every saying, what happened to him? I said, yeah.
But for every one of those that goes out of the community, there's always someone else new coming in as well that joins in.
Yeah, I see. Cynthia says, actually cooking is relaxing and I'm looking forward to doing a video. Hopefully I'm live with mom, maybe a couple of summer no bake desserts. There you go. Yeah, make something like that.
Yeah.
That'd be good. We'll be waiting. So yeah, but it's, people, you guys don't realize that we do notice when you're missing. So don't just disappear, drop somebody a line, say, hey, I'm still breathing. Don't worry. I'll be back. Or,
I might ask Crystal to do a cooking program,
Cooking with
as long as you don't burn her baps.
That is going to be great. Cooking with Crystal. Cynthia says, I'm actually lurking in lives most of the time. I try not to miss them, even if I can't participate. Oh, well, okay. That's good that we know that you're there.
Yeah. Yeah, I've seen it turn up in the chats now and again. So I mean, sometimes I'll put programs on and sometimes listening on my phone and maybe playing a game on my computer or something like that,
Right.
and I'll still listening in and to what everybody's doing.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm doing too. I do a lot of lurking and I'm listening and I'm working on the computer. It's just so much that has to be done. You can't catch it all, but at least I'm playing it and I'm listening. And then I do a quick comment and I'll say, I'm sorry, I'm lurking and working. And so at least they know I'm still there in the background.
Yeah, exactly. Same myself. It's like I'm watching Spaghetti Paranormal's wrestling last night, and that was good, as always. I find it funny when his stream goes down and something goes wrong, when his glitches happen in his game.
Oh, yeah.
I feel sorry for him, but I find it so funny.
It happens to everybody.
Yeah.
I see, even sometimes I'll watch a lot of the gaming stuff that some guys do out there, and because I'm not a gamer, I enjoy watching some of it, but I'll just play it and let it play and just so they, they get, the watch time. But
Yeah.
I suck at all that stuff. So, but it's funny, when you get people's reactions, I love it when when they do get the shit scared out of them.
Yeah, especially in
It's
these
the
live
best
gamings.
part.
And that stream the other week where people were actually putting in the sound effects in on his YouTube, but they were doing it via his Twitch account. Oh my word. That was hilarious.
It's all fun. Well, like the glitches they had on there on Spaghetti's the wrestling match.
Yeah.
Where Seg got his ass stomped. And he said, well, wait a minute, I don't understand. Something was wrong. And so he put in a thing on, he had complained about it. And then he had another glitch on it. And so there was one match that he couldn't play because it wouldn't load or something.
Yeah, I think that was Jamie's fault from Two Ply.
Yeah, yeah.
And Joe Vitale comes out without a t-shirt. So it looks like a tattoo on his chest.
Yeah. And that was actually funny. Lame on his back. I thought that was good.
Yeah.
Oh, next I was telling Crow, actually, I was saying that what they should have done was just they had the character throw a hot dog in the back of the ambulance, and then Crow would have went after it, and then he could have locked the doors. A little distraction there with a hot dog and some mayo.
Oh, that'd have been funny.
So, but it's really cool how he puts that together. But like I said, he was having glitches, so we all end up with some kind of issue.
Yeah, Crow needs a big wiener, by the way.
Let's see. Phil says been in the U.S. side of the community for almost 3 years. I know. Yeah, we've and I mean, meaning involved in it yourself, correct, Phil? Because I've had a YouTube channel forever, and I just never really did anything with it until this last year and a half. But I always was watching somebody or was commenting. Didn't know the likes of Beardo existed. Yeah, that was the thing. I didn't know debunkers existed either.
No.
And the first one I found was Shape.
Yeah, I think Shape will probably might not. He won me first. I think he won me second. It was some other guy that I'd seen, but I didn't like his approach to debunking because he was really out of this world. If you know what I mean, really crazy. He used to wear like a spaceman outfit and have silver paint on his face and such. I don't know the guy's name, but
I think I've seen that.
Yeah,
it sounds familiar. Oh my God. Okay, Phil says you involved for 1 year. Yeah. Well, because nobody knows, you're thinking, what the hell am I going to do? And then, like I said, when I was forced into retirement, I'm thinking, well, you know what? I'm going to take the paranormal and put it on, do my channel. And, can't hurt. And here we are.
Talking of investigating, have you investigated anywhere yourself?
Lately, no.
No.
Because of the weather. I have an opportunity, actually an abandoned house. I know who owns it and I haven't asked yet. I'd like to do that. But mostly, whatever I have done and been out and recorded. I mean, because there's a lot of things from the past that I didn't record because I just had no plans of putting anything on YouTube.
Yeah.
So most what I have recorded is the cemetery stuff, which I plan on doing more because there's about 3 more that I've heard about that I want to go and check out. Do the history on who's there and see what I can pick up as far as on film or on the recorder as EVP work. Like, a lot of people say, well, you don't pick up stuff. There's nothing. No, well, the last time I did, I picked up stuff and I've heard it, and many have heard it. So it's, there is something there. Who knows what it is, but it's there.
Do you think it's just as minds playing tricks with themselves?
No, because because you actually can hear it actually saying my name. And then and it said it a few times. And then the other one that I've got is you can actually hear it saying somebody's watching you. So it's not like it's audio pareidolia. It's you actually hear the words.
Right.
Because I'm the first one to pick the living shit out of it. Because I'm thinking, oh, come on, and I'll go over it and over it and over it. And I've listened to those EVPs about 100 times, and then I've sent them out to a majority of people. And a lot of people say, well, yeah, there is something there, but they couldn't make it out. And then when we had it enhanced, then you could pick it out really well. But even on the original recording, I could hear it saying my name.
Yeah, I think Ken's got the person's name that I watched. Is it Captain Delusion or something? Or
Right.
Captain Disillusion?
Captain Disillusion. The guy with the space hat? Is that who?
Yes, yeah, he used to wear strange outfits. I think that's the debunker I first watched. I think that's right. Is that right, Ken?
I see, because I do remember something about a guy with like a. Was it a hard helmet or is it like a bee catcher's helmet type thing?
Well, I can't remember. I think it was. I'm sure it was like one of these helmets that you'd see in an old-fashioned sci-fi program.
Oh, okay, that's a different guy. Because I do remember seeing something like that, but I go, what the heck is that nut job? And I didn't watch it.
Yeah, it never made this, or it never wore really the same kind of outfit day in, day out. Like, it seemed to change his outfit now and again.
Oh. Yeah, Sky says he was awesome. Okay.
It must have been him then.
But yeah, when I discovered, the shape, and I discovered him through a friend of mine online, and that's when I started watching him. And then, of course, then it went on from him to Crow, and then Beardo. And then the rest of the guys after that, because then that's when they start popping up.
Yeah.
Hecklefish is awesome.
That's Wi-Files is Hecklefish.
That's what Wiz said. Hecklefish. Yeah,
Wi-Files is brilliant. His stories are so out of this world, crazy. Just time traveling and various things like that, and how he reacts and interacts with his goldfish is brilliant.
Oh,
His
okay,
goldfish called Hecklefish.
too, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, the Wi-Fi olds tends to he has like tinfoil on his head at times, which looks rather funny.
Tinfoil, it cracks me up.
Yeah.
Ken says that Captain Delusion was more about debunking fake videos, not necessarily paranormal ones. Oh, okay.
Right.
So he went after everybody.
That sounds like the person.
Yeah. Okay. Then I don't know who that one is. Of course, you never know. Like I said, when you run into something, YouTube, it's amazing what you can find on YouTube. Just blows my mind. Like when everybody goes, "Well, I don't know how to do this," I go, YouTube. I guarantee you, there's a video. Go to YouTube.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's how you educate yourself by. I watch a lot of documentary stuff, and I watch some really weird stuff, guys. It might be weird to you. Like I like to watch, homesteaders where they build log cabins off of the wood that's on the land.
Oh yeah, I used to watch some programs.
Kind of stuff.
Yeah, I used to watch them. How they managed to get the trucks and all that timber in one area and along like mud lanes and things like that. It's unreal, And
and they're doing it like the old-fashioned way. They're not using power tools. It blows your mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I love to watch that, and I'm into. It's all from Vietnam, and it shows a single women or single mothers, and they're building their own homes and farms, and it's all out of bamboo. And I'm like just floored by this. You can make anything with bamboo. I need to get some.
yeah, he's brilliant. Them programs, watching them put it all together and piece it all together, because sometimes they'll build it on, where the stationed like, and then they'll dismantle it all and take it to the place and then rebuild it, reassemble it all, and then they'll kind of number it, won't they? I remember watching once where they built a saloon for is it Serena, I think her name is, the old German female driver, she's a female Formula One type driver, and they built a saloon for her, and it was absolutely awesome, you know. Just watching it all put together and watching them assemble it and having the old proper saloon doors on it, and I think they had like a log bear on the outside, I think.
Right.
Yeah, that was a great one.
There's one
Unfortunately,
actually.
Serena's no longer with us, unfortunately.
Oh. Yeah, now
I'm
I'm
sure.
watching one that
Yeah.
that's it's a young couple and they're in the UK. I don't I'd have to look it up. I don't remember where. But and they bought an old home and they're restoring it and they're doing a beautiful job and they're
Yeah.
hilarious. So that's really fun to watch. But that's the stuff I watch.
Yeah.
And documentaries. I love to, documentaries about, Egypt and all of that and all of that history and stuff. I love to watch that stuff too. And cemetery documentaries, all that stuff. It's so
Donna's into her history and Egyptian pyramids and things like that.
right.
She loves watching things being unearthed, so to speak.
Abandoned places.
Yeah, abandoned places. She loves watching Exploring with Josh, is it?
No,
You don't watch him no more?
no, Abandoned World Explorer.
All right, she watches someone called Exploring Abandoned World.
Explorer.
Yeah, Abandoned World Exploring.
Oh, nice. Yeah, those are informative.
Yeah.
We respect.
I used to watch that Exploring with Fighters, the Danny one, but once he got involved with Proving Demons, then I just stopped watching his channel and unsubscribed from him.
Yeah.
He just took it too far then, and even though at one point he never used to go into the paranormal investigations, he never did that. He was really good back then, and then once he got involved with them, I didn't want to know.
Right. Yeah, because then it's all crap and you don't want to be involved in that. Roger says, "Oh, Wayne, did you mean Sabrina Schmidt from Germany?"
That's the one, Sabrina.
There you go.
I said Serena then, but yeah, that's the one.
So there's some really great people out there that you really enjoy to watch, and I watch a lot of van lifers, and it's amazing how they live, and I'm always thinking, why do they do this? But apparently that's their thing, and because it's difficult to live in a van and go without a lot of things. Actually, one of them is he's a gamer, Trent the Traveler. Love him. And he, like I said, and his van he has set up is great. He's doing a rebuild right now on another one, but he has just what he needs, and they're okay with that.
Does he pimp out his van or something?
Oh yeah, it's beautiful. It's like I said, he's doing a new one because the other one's getting old, which is a shame because I love the one that he is in originally. It's like a little apartment. It's great, but apparently the new one's going to be even better. But he'll play games and scary places. If you've ever seen, he went to a few places that we've seen the paranormal investigators go to,
right?
And he'll bring a table out and set up the gaming stuff, and he'll sit there in the dark and playing scary horror games while he's at a haunted location, which is hysterical. Because then he hears a noise and he creeps himself out, and it's good. He's a good guy to watch.
Yeah, well, I've gone to a few cemeteries late at night, and early hours at morning. There's a spooky one that wasn't far from where I used to live, actually. And I remember in the 80s, there was a news program about it. It was advertising one of his papers that this cemetery actually had a haunted statue. Now, they actually showed pictures in this paper of the statue moving, and it was notorious. I knew about this statue before the paper even came out and discovered came out with this sort of story, so when you actually see the pictures, it showed the pictures because the statue itself is a picture of a statue of a lady sat there with a book open, and a hand is like that, a hand is like that. Now the pictures in the paper were showing the finger moving like that. And the story is that the statue is supposed to point at you and endure you're in, like, encourage you to come forward and
Oh
come. And
wow.
obviously, it's supposed to be, cursed and all that. But a lot of the people or the vandals later on decided to damage this statue, break its hand
Oh.
off, and replace a dead animal on its arm,
Oh.
unfortunately. Yeah.
That's
So
awful.
yeah. But a lot of people still go down and actually have a look out for the statue. But some people might not know the whole story about it.
Wow.
But yeah, that does bring back some memories thinking of that.
That's terrible. See, that's the thing. They deface the monuments, and
Yeah,
it's kids, and they're just dumb and they don't know what they're doing.
exactly. You got
They
to,
don't realize the cost that they're causing for people to repair that. And it's just disrespectful. Bottom line. I mean, when we were kids, we used to go through cemeteries all the time. And
yeah,
we never disrespected anybody. I mean, we used to sit down there maybe and drink beer, but we never kicked stones over or defamed or, ruined anything. It was just, and these kids do this and they don't think nothing of it. It's terrible. It really is.
yeah, definitely.
We have a similar, and it's funny how every area has like some kind of folklore with the cemetery. We have one that it has to do with a firefighter. The statue is actually a picture of it's a full size firefighter holding a hose, all in his gear, and it's erected for a young man who was a young fireman and it perished in a fire.
A fireman with an erected hose.
And
Laura, is this story going somewhere?
Well, yeah. Well, see, the rib is here is that it's the lore is you climb up the statue and you touch. He had a glass eye. The eye was put in the statue.
Right.
So if you go up and you touch the glass eye, you're supposedly cursed. So
okay.
I've been by it several times. Actually, I'm gonna have to start taking pictures of it so you can see, but I've never climbed it to touch the eye. That's something I don't want to do. But that's the lore behind it. If you touch the eye, then you're cursed.
That's an unusual. I've never known statues with people's glass eyes in before.
Yeah, they put the glass eye in it. And I'm thinking, oh, that's kind of really creepy, but yeah.
Yeah. God.
And so, but yeah, a lot of them is, they're the stones get knocked over. And if you don't have family members, to fix those stones, a lot of cemeteries won't do it. They'll just let them stay there and then they get absorbed into the ground. And it's a shame.
Yeah.
I curse if I touch my eye. Well, then don't do it.
Aye.
Out of your eye. Especially with the job you do, Phil. Your fingernails are probably dirty. You're going to get bacteria in there and lose your eye. That's what my father would tell me. Don't do that. You'll lose your eye.
All right. A quick riddle for those in chat. What's got one eye but cannot see? Answers in the chat, please.
All right. Say it again. What
has one eye but cannot see?
Okay. I have an idea. I'm not going to say.
Let's see who gets it right first. It's quite an easy riddle.
I'm surprised that Phil is awake and alive where he works. Good Lord. I don't know how you could do it with all that heat. It must be awful. Raven says,
come on now, your butt.
He didn't say brown eye. He just said eye. Mary loves Wayne. Oh, jeez. Phil says, Wiz says a willy. Stay tuned says a male appendage.
My God, why did I ask this question?
Phil is being so polite. A male appendage. Apparently nobody's got it yet.
Yeah, they kind of got it right with that.
Oh, did they? Okay.
Oh, dear.
Totally not what I was thinking, but okay. Yeah, Wiz and Phil got it.
I've got a feeling you probably got it right, Laura.
Well, no, I wasn't thinking male appendage. I was thinking sewing needle.
Exactly, you've got it right.
Oh, is that it?
That's exactly what it is.
Okay, Ken, just put it on there, a needle. Yep, that's what I was thinking, sewing needle.
Well done, Ken.
But Phil and Wiz were on the other end of the spectrum.
Thanks, Roger, for the name of Sabrina. So Sabrina Smith was good. So thanks for that, Roger. Oh dear.
Blind has one eye and can't see. Blind has one eye and can't see. Yeah, that's what he was saying. What has an eye and can't see?
Someone that's blind with one eye.
Oh
I
my
think that's
god.
what he's trying to say.
This is Phil said this is what it's like where he is. It's 132 degrees and 98% humidity for 12 hours.
My God, where
Phil,
does he
you should be
work in
about
the sun?
90 pounds.
Oh, God.
Oh my god, that's awful.
Phil, what is your job?
Oh my god. Well, I believe that he works in a car manufacturing factory, right, Phil?
Surely they must have some air conditioning in there somewhere.
Roger wants to know how come I lost points for Mary Loves Dick. You know what? I cringe every time that Beardo plays that.
I know.
I could not stand that. So when he puts that up to play it, I turn the volume down. That's how much I detest that. I love the other one. I love the Negan. That one's, I love it. But that's the only one I don't like is the Mary Loves Dick. I just something about that guy.
I love the twin Crayola kids.
Oh, he's Phil says automotive glass. Yeah, they make automotive glass. I remember him saying that. No AC and 4 furnaces. Oh man, that really boy, they better pay you well.
Yeah, they need the furnaces to melt the glass, don't they?
Holy crap.
Temper it all.
And I'm sure you probably got like, leather gear and stuff on so you don't get burned or whatever. Oh my God, Phil. But I suppose he's used to it. I know I would out cold.
Yeah,
It's like, my son's a welder, so it's the same thing. He's in a hot garage, welding on these huge trucks. And yeah, he's got to have on, the full gear so he doesn't get burned. And so, yeah, I always call him and say, "Are you hydrating?" I'm such a mother. Make sure you hydrate.
Send him round to our house so he can weld Crystal's face together. Oh dear.
It's let's see, say dude bro demons murder. That's funny. The dude bro demons murder. That's funny.
That's my favorite is that one.
Yeah. But yeah, the Mary Loves Dick. Oh, I just turned the volume off. I can't do it. That guy I just don't like that guy.
I also like the farting Corvette as well.
And then the one that Two-Ply always plays, Naked Grandma. I die laughing every time he plays that. Because I remember that episode of Family Feud where that guy did that, Naked Grandma, and I just die laughing.
It's fine. That's not.
He says sometimes he wears leather for the raw glass, but not all the time. I don't know how you do it. God bless you, dear. I don't know how you do it.
Yeah, protective equipment so they don't get cut. Yeah.
Yes, they were restoring it well. Roger, groundskeeper taking good care of her. Oh, she's talking about her the cemetery where she was working. Yeah, they took good care of yours, Carla. Okay, really weird. I'm gonna have to message Bill. I gotta get later on. Oh, thanks, Ken, for hanging out with us. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, cheers, Ken. Bye.
We really appreciate it. And we appreciate everybody hanging out with us. You guys got any more questions before we let Wayne go enjoy the rest of his evening?
Before I go, I would like to actually talk a little word about mental health and what have you, if that's okay.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Yeah. Obviously, a lot of people in the paranormal that do all these fake channels don't realize sometimes the damage that they can actually do to people with mental health and actually cause problems rather than helping them out themselves, you know, because obviously they're distraught enough as it is without all this added fear given to them by all these fake investigators. And I think it's a shame that they ought to do this and bring these on with people that suffer from mental health, because these places for mental health, people with mental health that can actually help them out, you know, and anyone that's actually having problems with mental health, whether it be depression, manic depression, and so forth. There's things that we can do that people can do, you know. They need to see a doctor, psychiatrist, or whichever person it is, even if it's just to go to a social community centre, just to bond with people, just to get that reassurance built up again, you know. And best place to start really is by building your own confidence up and to try to get out there in the world and give yourself more confidence to approach people. Don't be afraid to go speak to a doctor and ask for mental health, or don't be afraid to see a doctor in general and just say, look, I think there's something wrong with me. Is there anything you can prescribe for me? Because mental health sometimes needs sorting out, whether it be via medical advice or whether it be by counsel. Whichever way, give it a try. If it works, it works. If it don't, it don't. But keep at it, you know. And eventually, you'll just be able to turn things around again and get yourself from the low point part in life and be able to actually build yourself up and regain more confidence and feel better about yourself. But some of the points are turning negatives into positives. Anything bad about yourself, turn it around, think what's the better things, you know. Just basically just think what's good about life, what you enjoy doing, and so on. And just in case, just keep up with things and don't let mental health get the better of you. You get that, you've got to fix it yourself. So even if you go to a council, they can't do all this work for you. They can't fix you. It's got to be done yourself. You're the main person that can turn it around. So anyone with mental health problems, try to sort it out as soon as possible, please. Thank you.
Well,
Cheers, Laura.
sir. Well said. Yes. Always remember tomorrow is a new day, new beginning. And everybody
Yeah.
is here for a reason. And everybody has something special about them. So it is well said, Wayne.
Yeah, cheers. I mean,
So
it's a case of just live life to the full as you can do while you're at while you're still here, you know.
Yeah.
We're here for a reason.
We're
Enjoy
here
it.
for a reason. And you know, everybody has something special about them, no matter what they might think. And it's, you know, and even if it's just, you know, if they don't go to you know, a doctor or a counselor, I'm sure there are people here in the community that are willing to sit and listen and help to the best of their abilities. You know, that's what we're all here for. We've got each other's backs, and that's the beauty of it. Help lead them in the right direction. So
yeah, and I'm always here. So anybody, I'm always saying it in chat. Anyone needs any help, DM me on Facebook. I'm always there to listen, and my chats are always private. And anybody that's, you know, in chat that's actually text me and ask for advice and anything to do with mental health, they'll be able to clarify that for you. It's all in confidence, you know, and I'll probably tell you no different than what any professional would tell you.
right. Right. Everybody's got an ear, so don't be afraid to reach out. There's somebody here that's always willing to help, Wayne.
Exactly.
Well said, sir. We appreciate it. Thank you, Wayne, for joining us tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. We've enjoyed it as always. Thank you, everybody in chat, for joining with us. You know, we love our Wayne, and I'm glad you all came to hang out with us. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and you know, all the bells and whistles, guys. You know, it really helps us out. Subscribe to those in the chat. They all have great channels, and everybody works really hard to get where we are. So show a little love if you can. Until then, guys, everybody, you all have a great night. Thanks for joining us, and remember to live life a little bit on the raw side. Good night, everybody.
All the